The reason Stoicism sucks. Even more popular than the nothing matters Nietzsche stuff, Stoicism has become the most trendy philosophy out there. But when people claim a system is a perfect, universal fix to life, that's the best time to be skeptical of it. The most famous Stoic is Marcus Aurelius. His quotes are described as icy blasts that are refreshing and restorative, and this is probably true. It's highly likely that if you read his diary and actually absorb it, you'll come away a more tolerant and calm person. But there's something missing. In over 100 pages, there are no jokes. Actually, there's no humor at all. Aurelius was always cold, or at least very serious, which got me thinking, Stoicism is missing levity. Picture two people tripping on the stairs. The Stoic guy hits the ground first, stares ahead blankly and mutters, "This means nothing, my judgment decides what's painful, I'm gonna die anyway soon," and then just walks off like a robot. The other guy also believes in Stoicism, but when he falls on his face, he laughs that shit off. They both maintain their peace, but one of them clearly does it in a more natural way. Ultimately, the reason we follow self-improvement and Stoicism is because we want to be happy. You might say no, it's because I want to be moral, I want to respect myself, or I want to have better self-control. But again, the reason we want all of those things is because of this basic desire for happiness. Which brings us to Naval, who said, "A happy person isn't a person who's happy all of the time. It's someone who effortlessly interprets events in such a way that they don't lose their innate peace." So tell me, who more effortlessly interprets the stair scenario in a positive way? And for which person does it come more naturally? Matthew McConaughey actually gave some great advice on this. He said to make a sense of humor your default emotion. Now, he might not be the seminal, magnanimous philosopher that Marcus Aurelius was, but I think he's onto something here. Or maybe I just think he's hot, it's hard to say. Either way, Marcus, crack a joke, the empire won't collapse. And don't get me wrong, it's usually out of place to critique a philosophy for not being funny enough. I mean, there have been generations of serious old white guys publishing boring manuals. Why not attack them? And I think it's because when you have a philosophy about the character and how we can best move through life, I think humor is a necessary thing to touch upon. Let's ask our resident scientist. This study showed that pain thresholds are significantly higher after laughter, and this one which put a group of old people through a 10-week humor program and found a significant decrease in pain perceptions. It's important to note that these studies may just show that distracted people feel less pain, but I still think they make a compelling case for using McConaughey's advice, and support my concern that Stoicism is just a bit too cold. But this isn't the only issue I have. The second reason why Stoicism sucks: the ego. With any character philosophy, there is going to be flaws, but the Stoic ones aren't immediately obvious. Basically, Stoicism revolves around this idea of self-mastery, controlling the way you react to what life throws at you. However, if left unchecked, this can create a sense of superiority, giving the practitioner the feeling that they've somehow mastered life more than others. And they might have. They might actually have the self-control to stop scrolling on Reels when I can't. But come on, it's still a bit pretentious. And actually, it can create a sense of detachment. If you genuinely think others are below you or have less self-control, even if you think that's just how it is and don't mean this in a bad or demeaning way, it's going to be much harder to connect with others and to have humility. Two things which are really important for happiness. Now, when Aurelius wrote this, he was emperor and practically had unlimited power. This meant that every single person he dealt with on a day-to-day basis probably wanted something from him. As a result, I'm not really surprised his work can be a bit condescending towards non-Stoics, especially since resisting an emperor's temptations takes more self-control than resisting those of a normal person. All this to say that if we want a system that helps our character and helps us to be happy, which is the thing that we really want, it seems contradictory to praise a system that makes humility and connection with others less natural. Oh my god, does Stoicism suck? Nah. Clearly, if Stoicism completely sucked, it wouldn't have lasted over 2,000 years. From Zeno, the strict logical founder, to Cleanthes who added religious elements, to Chrysippus who deepened its logic, up to Aurelius who stressed resilience, it's been changing and evolving since it was conceived. I mean, Seneca would have no idea he was looking at Stoicism if you showed him a gym reel with someone posting to his quotes. So, if Stoicism keeps evolving, why not add levity? Why not aim to have resilience, self-control, and the ability to laugh when you trip on the stairs? This would make the philosophy much more natural and make it easier to effortlessly interpret things in a positive way. So, mix your philosophies. Critique them even if they're thousands of years old. As Bruce Lee said, take only what works. And hey, if you combine those things together, you might be able to make your own self-help philosophy that doesn't suck.
I don't know why you can make videos like that now. Like we're actually cooked. But yeah.